Hey, welcome back to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm Karen. Today's reading is, what is this person dying to tell you? What do they really want you to know, but for whatever reason they feel as though they cannot tell you directly at this time? If you would like to receive more detailed information about what's coming up in your future, tap the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. So in today's reading we have 3 sets of cards. Set of cards number 1 is the moon. Set of cards number 2 is the door, and set of cards number 3 is the Christmas tree. So take some time to tune into the energies of the cards. Sit back, relax, get cozy and comfortable. Take a few deep breaths if you need to. You can pause the video right now, but I'll also leave a few quiet moments here as well. Okay, so let's look into the messages that we have for you. Welcome to set of cards number 1. You've chosen the moon. So what is this person dying to tell you? We're going to look into the tarot. We've got lots of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag. And we'll also be looking into the divination dice and the charms. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. So this person is feeling stuck at the moment. I feel like there may be a third party situation. They could be in another relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that. It could be that they just need to make a decision in general. It could be the decision between love and fear, or they need to release something from their life because there's some kind of energy, some kind of obstacle that's getting in the way of them fully being free to be with you at this time. But I do see that they want to free themselves. They're just struggling to at this time with this Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like they're wanting to use that sword to cut the ties. The Ace of Swords is about victory, but in reverse they're struggling. They may be struggling to speak their truth, stand up for themselves, or say goodbye to someone or something. They may be having difficulties creating those healthy boundaries, and they may be having difficulties communicating their truth to you, communicating their feelings. They do see you as counterparts. We have the Empress and the Emperor. So they feel as though you have a divine connection because we have the angels watching over your connection. They feel as though this is a destined, soulmate, fated relationship. And they're trying to be in their power. They're trying to be the Emperor so that they can be the divine masculine energy and really take that action. They see you as the beautiful Empress, the divine feminine energy. So there is a need for you to be patient and sit back in terms of going with the flow. Be in that receptive mode, but focus on your own self-love at this time. And this will really help the masculine to step into that energy of more confidence in taking action. But yeah, I'm really seeing that they are struggling to cut the ties with someone or something at this time, and they need to make that decision. But right now they may be burying their head in the sand, especially as the holiday season's coming up. I'm hearing Spirit saying that for some of them, they are delaying, like communicating their truth to whoever they need to walk away from, because they don't want to do it at this time of the year. Someone may be a bit codependent upon them, so they're kind of biding their time right now. But yeah, they definitely see you as the one that they love, the one that they resonate with on all levels. So let's look at some clarifying cards. All of the messages cards in today's reading are my own creation. So what's this Two of Swords about, please? Okay, we have the Three of Swords. I'm totally heartbroken. So this is really saying that, yeah, they are feeling heartbreak. Again, it's a 3, so it could be a third party situation. It's a painful ending for them. They may, if they haven't already ended the relationship, they know that they have to speak their truth and do that. They are worried about breaking the other person's heart. And they feel heartbroken about not being with you as well. But yeah, they're finding it a lot of struggle. Like, they don't want to hurt this other person, but they're going to have to, because it's for everyone's highest good for this person to follow their own heart. So what's this Lover's card about, please? Okay, so we have, please don't leave me out in the cold. So interesting. This could be how the other person, the third party, is feeling. They may be sensing that your person is walking away from them, and they're like, don't walk away right now, like, stay. And so, yeah, it may have been a bit back and forth between this person and their partner, because, yeah, this person is not happy or fulfilled in this relationship, and they know they have to move on, but it could have been a on and off kind of thing for a while. And this is also saying that some of them are thinking that about you. They want you to stay holding on, stay patient, and they're fearful and heartbroken at the thought of you walking away from them. So what's the Empress about, please? Yeah. You are my perfect person. So yeah, we have the Emperor, the Empress, their counterparts, and this is the Two of Cups, which is the happy, balanced relationship. They see you as the one for them. They see you as their soulmate. They see that you resonate with each other very deeply on all levels, mind, body, soul. I love how you nurture me. So that's very interesting, because the Empress is often depicted as the mother kind of energy, very nurturing, very kind, compassionate, understanding, patient. So yeah, they love all these divine feminine qualities that you are. The Star, healing is here. So this person is healing. They want a healing of the relationship with you. They want that reunion, that reconciliation. So the Star is also like when you wish upon a star. So they're like wishing, hoping, praying to be with you. So what's the Emperor about, please? We reap what we sow. So this is the wheel. No, it isn't. Justice card. Okay, so interestingly, Justice card is often about divorce, legal matters, cutting the ties. You may be seeing 11 number patterns, 1111, but this person realizes that they need to put in the action in order to have the relationship, because if they don't put in action, then nothing's going to happen between you both. So we have healing is here, and then we have let's heal this. Okay, so they may have been going through a bit of confusion with their current partner, because this other person's like, please don't leave me. There's a lot of heartbreak. It may have been off and on. They may have tried to heal their relationship with this other person, or the other person said, let's heal this, let's work on this connection. And there was that, the Star, healing is here as well. So that may be why they're struggling and they're confused about what to do, because they may have tried to make it work again with this other person. But, their heart is with you in truth. So what is this Ace of Swords in reverse about, please? Okay. Yeah. I can't let you go. The Four of Pentacles. Someone that I feel like if they have a partner, their partner's holding on to them very tightly. like I said, there may be codependency in their relationship, like this person's heart is with you, their desires, their dreams, their fantasies are with you, but there's a sense of stability, even if it's like a false sense of security, you know, that this person may have been with their partner for a long time, they've got used to each other, there's certain aspects of the relationship that this person may not want to let go of. They're worried that if they, you know, leave that relationship and start something with you, then they're worried it's not going to work out in some kind of way and they'll be left with no one and nothing. So yeah, it's like in their heart they want to release the other person, they want to be with you, but then at the same time we have, I can't let you go, please don't leave me, I'm heartbroken, let's heal this. So yeah, very much struggling. So let's look at some more messages cards. These are going to be the messages that they have for you. We're going to start off with the Our Eternal Love cards, and then we'll look into the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards, and then the messages from the Divine Masculine, and then we'll pull some messages out of the bag and look into the divination dice and the charms. So what are they dying to tell you at this time? Okay, so this is very interesting. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. So this can imply that, you know, some of you have walked away from this person. Maybe they weren't making a decision. Maybe, you know, they were so confused that they were hot and cold, or one minute they chose to be with you and then they kind of ran back to the other person, or, you know, kind of juggling you and someone else. And maybe they feel like they made the wrong decision, or they didn't make a decision quick enough with you. Maybe you left them out in the cold, and then they're like, I can't let you go, let's heal this. They really want that healing, please don't leave me, because they're totally heartbroken. They didn't realize what they had with you until it was too late. Okay, so what else do they really want you to know at this time? Yeah. I am so afraid of rejection that I haven't taken a risk to be with you. Yeah, so they may have stayed in their comfort zone. They may have come forward to you at some stages, but then they kind of ran away again. They ran back to their comfort zone or ran back to someone else. They're fearful of rejection. They're fearful that it's not going to work with you, but they have that sense of security with this other person. Like this person, other person won't leave them, kind of thing. What do they want you to know? I've always struggled to feel good enough for you. So yeah, they have some self-esteem issues. That may be why they're staying in an unhealthy situation. You're the right person, but at the wrong time. So yeah, you may have met when this person was with someone else. Not necessarily. It may be a case of this third party energy is just some blocks, some wounds, some things that they need to awaken to and heal within themselves. What do they really want you to know? I miss what we had in the past. I often reminisce about those times. So yeah, they're thinking about you a lot, thinking about the past. They're wanting to get back to that with you. They're wanting to progress your relationship further. I've been hinting to you about my feelings because I'm afraid I'll be rejected. So yeah, this person may have been kind of passive. They were indirect or hot and cold. They kept running away because of fears of rejection. I can't handle such a deeply spiritual connection at this time. So they have a comfort zone in their current circumstances. As Eckhart Tolle often says, you cannot have an awakening in your comfort zone. So this connection that you share with this person is really calling them out of that comfort zone, but it's like they keep running back to it because of fears of all the transformation. When we have a spiritual awakening, we have to be honest with ourselves. I feel like this person has identified a lot with that low self-esteem, seeing themselves in a bad light, and it's like they don't know how to release that, and so they don't know how to resonate with that self-love to be able to have a healthy relationship with you at this time. But they're obsessing about you. I can't get you out of my head. They're thinking about you all the time. I feel like they're having sleepless nights. There's too much water under the bridge. I don't know how we could ever come back from that. So they're afraid that too much damage has been done within your connection for there to be a reconciliation. I don't know why, but I always doubt your love for me. So yeah, it's like they don't know their worth, so they're kind of convinced themselves that you don't know their worth and you wouldn't really be able to love the real them. Okay, so let's look at the I love you to the moon and back cards. When you give me so much, but I have less to offer in return, I feel bad, like I'm not good enough. So yeah, you've been very nurturing, very kind, compassionate, very generous, just like that Empress card. And they felt like they couldn't give back equally, and then it made them feel bad. It made them feel guilty. So I feel like that's been eating away at them as well. Okay, wow. The relationship happened so easily with the other woman. It wasn't so complicated. Yeah, so it's kind of a comfort zone for this person being in this other relationship, because I feel like there's more possibility of deep, profound spiritual awakening between you and this person, and that is very intimidating for this person's ego. You know, we all have an ego identity, and we believe that is who we are. It's often a collection of stories where we think who we are is, for example, based on what job we do, what our name is, what's happened to us in our past, our successes, our failures. You know, it creates a whole story about who we are. But who we truly are is our infinite soul self, the aspect of us that is timeless and incarnates through all lifetimes, our true essence. But I feel like this person could kind of stay in their illusions, could stay in the ego identity with this other person somewhat. More of a traditional kind of relationship with this other person, and so it happened much more easily. But it's likely because it's part of their soul contract that they were supposed to be with that other person in order to learn things, in order to assist with their awakening. But with you, it's like you're more of a reflection of each other's soul truths, and so it is a little bit more complicated in order to heal and come into alignment with each other. Interesting. I keep my distance so you stay holding on to me. So this may have been a runner-chaser dynamic. The more they were running, the more you were chasing after them. And it was kind of validating them, but also allowing them to stay in their comfort zone, possibly stay in another relationship. I'm just not at the maturity level to give you what you need. It doesn't mean that I don't love you. So yeah, this person, their love is true. So don't doubt that. These feelings are real. This connection is real. But this person needs to awaken more in order to be able to align with you. They have to settle and work through other karma at this time, is what I'm feeling. Yeah. It hurts. I love you so deeply, and yet things run much more smoothly with other people. So yeah, they have more of a traditional kind of relationship with someone else, is what I'm feeling. But it really hurts them because they want to be with you, but it's so complicated, or there's so many obstacles, and they may have become disheartened and felt like it was impossible for you two to get together, and so they kind of settled for another relationship, or they just had karma to heal with someone else. So let's look at the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. What do they really want you to know at this time? Honesty is important. So yeah, maybe they were dishonest. Maybe they feel as though they cannot be their true self with this other person, but with you they feel this potential for them to really shine in their truth. And they want to express themselves to you. They want to be honest with this other person as well. I'm embracing my power. So that's good. This is saying they will be speaking their truth. They will be doing what's right for them. Stepping into that Emperor energy. I'm so excited. So they're feeling excited because they are sensing that major change is going to happen. It's worth it. So I feel like this person's going to take a leap of faith. I feel like when the time is right, they will end that other relationship. And they will try and make things work with you because they feel it's worth taking the risk. Fuck what they think. Okay, so this person has gone through a time of worrying. Most likely what this other person thinks about who they're trying to leave. There may be family and friends involved where they'll think badly of this person for leaving their partner. But they're coming into their power, and they're no longer going to worry so much about what other people's opinions are, because they know that they had to follow their heart, their truth, and that will be for everyone else's highest good as well. So let's pull some messages out of the bag next. Taking action. So yeah, that is a really positive sign. They will be making that decision. They will be speaking their truth and taking that action that is needed to be taken. Because we have, I want you back. They want to be with you. They're overthinking. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of Eckhart Tolle, and he's always talking about presence and how the mind overthinks. It keeps us stuck in the past, keeps us worrying about the future. So yeah, I feel like this person's been doing a lot of that, worrying about taking action, worrying about making that decision in case it's the wrong decision. Yeah, overthinking, not feeling good about themselves. We belong together. So yeah, they feel that, again, that your counterparts, soulmates, heart on. So they're having a lot of sexual fantasies about you. They're feeling turned on and aroused, but it's through feelings of love that they have for you. So let's look into the divination dice next. Wow. So the Ace of Swords was in reverse in the tarot cards, but now we have it upright. So yeah, this is really saying that when the time is right, this person will cut the ties to anyone or anything that isn't serving them. This is about clear communication and victory. They're going to communicate with you. They're seeing clearly, speaking clearly, following their truth. And look, underneath that was the apple. That reminds me of temptation. And that reminds me of the devil card, which is a toxic, codependent relationship. They're cutting free from that. They're like totally besotted with you. They see you as really, really beautiful on all levels. They see you as the divine feminine, as that empress energy. Okay, so they've had their walls up, they've had their guard up with you. This is them in their castle, the thick walls surrounding them. But now they're going to be letting down the gates. They're going to be letting you come in. And this is like, you know, those gates are so that the enemy can't get in to the castle that easily. But it's like they're letting down that wall because they know they have to kind of fight for their freedom as well in the other relationship. Yeah, they've been digging deep, going within. We have the stairs leading down into the darkness. So yeah, they've really been diving deep, clearing out that shadow side. So this is interesting. They may have pushed you away because they needed time and space to work things out for themselves. This could be them, well, I feel this is them saying no to someone else, standing their ground. There may be some kind of conflict with this other person as well, as they're freeing themselves. Interesting, you know, opening the gates, and then there's this kind of energy. So let's see what charms are going to come out for you today. That one wanted to come out as well. It reminds me of the Lovers card with the angel above the lovers. Your connection is being watched over. Spirit's saying have faith, don't worry, don't overthink things, don't stress, because the universe has a plan and things are happening according to the plan. So you may have tried to get the truth out of this person. Here's Wonder Woman with her lasso of truth. You may have been chasing this person, trying to get them to speak up about their feelings, express themselves, but they may have retreated and gone into their shell. But there is profound healing within the connection with the star here. Emotional healing. If you really want to know very in depth how this person truly feels about you and what's going on with them at this time, please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. They're $11.11. They're not personal readings, but basically I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. So when you book a reading, I basically email you the very in-depth description of the card, which is about 1,000 words in length in general. And I have really amazing reviews for those readings. And you can check them out by clicking on the link below this video. Again, they're called the Dear Beloved Message Readings. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me to continue to grow my channel. And if you do, then please tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 2. You've chosen the purple door. So what is this person dying to tell you at this time? We're going to look into the tarot. We've got lots of messages cards again, as well as pulling messages out of the bag and looking into the divination dice and the charms. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. So this person is going through a major awakening at this time with the High Priestess and the Sun, seeing the light, seeing beyond the veil of illusion. But they've kind of been struggling with, in terms of trying to see things or not being able to see things clearly in some kind of way. I feel like this person, they have been on this awakening process for quite a while, and they had a lot of realizations. They had awakened a lot compared to when they were younger or compared to a few years ago, but there was something they still weren't seeing clearly. But very soon, or right now, they are seeing beyond that. And this is a major shift for this person. It may be mirroring between you both, like you may both be kind of having this awakening. And I feel it's definitely to do with this, we're approaching the end of the year. It's like some kind of cycle is wrapping up. Something that was a struggle is now coming into the light for healing, realization. There's a healing of the inner child. I feel like it's within both of you. And yeah, something that was the struggle. It's like you're both trying to awaken or trying to see the light or trying to heal or release something. And that was difficult. But it's like it's divine timing. Could be with what's happening in the world right now. You've had a lot of time to be by yourself, go inwards, and it's led to a lot of clarity. So yeah, this person's been struggling for a while with some kind of toxicity in their life. Could be them in another relationship. It doesn't have to mean that. It could be anything that is like illusion, the ego identity, the false self, any negative stories that this person believed to be true, but really it was just perspective or thoughts in their own mind. We have the Ten of Wands here as well, carrying around heavy burdens. He can't see where he's going because of these burdens. So that's the 10 as well. So 10s mean the ending of a cycle, some kind of obstacles, heavy weight on this person or both of your shoulders, illusions. They're coming to the end of that now. 10 is the end of the old, beginning of the new. Soon this person will be able to release those heavy ones, those illusions that meant they couldn't see clearly, something that was keeping them in a place of struggling. Could be their own thought patterns, because it's more positive with the Devil in reverse. It's like the initial stages of beginning to see and realize how this person's been stuck, most likely how they've been self-destructive, like subconsciously holding themselves back subconsciously. So I feel like they've been struggling with that for a while, but by the end of this month and this year, this person will have so much more clarity and they'll feel so much more joyous. It's like a huge weight off their shoulders. So it could be that this person will be ending a relationship or ending negative thought patterns, or whatever it is, whatever's been really blocking them, holding them back, stressing them out, a heavy burden on their shoulders that they were kind of going around in circles with, feeling not good enough, self-esteem issues. That's coming to an end. Seeing beyond the veil of illusion, feeling more connected to their true soul self, and that is healing them massively. So a brand new start, a brand new beginning for this person. So let's pull some clarifying cards. All of the message cards in today's reading are my own creation. So what is this Devil in reverse about, please? Okay, so interestingly, we have the Lovers. This is the love of a lifetime. So in the traditional tarot, the Lovers looks very similar to the Devil card. in terms it has the two lovers, but there's a lot more light. They're out in the open, and it's an angel above them. So this can really be saying that there has been an unhealthy dynamic between both of you, perhaps, and it was a lot of codependency. There was a lot of triggering. There was a lot of these emotional burdens, especially coming up, negative stories, not feeling good enough about yourself, self-esteem issues. And it's like your connection is coming out of the shadows, coming out of the blocks, and coming more into the lover's energy, the light, the divinity, seeing the truth, healing, balance, harmony, a healthy relationship. So that's really, really positive. Yeah, look, I'm much more secure in myself. So yeah, there's a huge transformation within both of you, but this person is feeling much more secure within themselves as well, much more confident, much more like the sun energy, joyous, free from negative thinking. And that's what's really propelling your connection forward very soon in a much more positive direction. I'm not sure what to choose. The 7 of Cups. So yeah, this is like illusions, confusion, options. It's about castles in the sky. You know, maybe they had a fear about coming forward. They wanted to come forward, but it wasn't quite the right divine timing. So yeah, it may have been a third party situation for some, or they just didn't know whether to choose to have faith, you know, basically choosing love or fear. Okay, so what is this 10 of Wands about, please? We have the 9 of Swords. I lay awake at night worrying about us. Okay, so yeah, this person's been worrying about your connection, worrying that they may have lost you, worrying about, you know, how to heal themselves, how to overcome the obstacles or the blocks, thinking about you all the time. There was a quote that I read recently, and it was something about not going to sleep, not wanting to sleep at night because reality is better than your dreams, kind of thing. So this person is feeling totally in awe of you and the connection, and it's like they can't stop thinking about you, and they're not sleeping. I feel insecure around you. So yeah, this person has been suffering with these self-esteem issues. What may have been really holding them back, and a major obstacle, was them being fearful of expressing their feelings, fearful of rejection, basically. So that's what they've been trying to figure out, how to overcome that. And they're getting there now. What's the Hermit in reverse about, please? Yeah. I want you, so I'm coming to get you. The King of Wands. So yeah, there was a time of pause, there was obstacles, but then around the holiday season, by the end of this year, this person is coming forward. They're communicating their truth. They've had so many goals, aspirations, desires to be with you for a long time that they're sick and tired of waiting. So they're going to take action. They're going to make it happen. They're going to reach out to you. We have the King of Cups. I love you with all of my heart and soul. So the King of Cups is emotionally balanced, no matter what triggers are happening. So this person may have been struggling with self-esteem, worrying what you thought of them, being emotionally sensitive and feeling all over the place, and it was really kind of freaking them out, really worrying them. They felt like it was a life or death situation kind of thing, you know, what you thought of them. So they are overcoming those insecurities, and they're becoming much more emotionally balanced. so that they can open their heart to you, so they can express their feelings and really take action, really move your connection forward. We have the Emperor as well, who's very confident. I will look after you. So yeah, this person is stepping more into their divine masculine energy, which is what the sun is about as well. The sun is also the solar plexus chakra, which is all about that self-esteem, taking action, using their free will to make the relationship happen. And they're going to be dependable. They're really going to be there for you. So what is this sun about, please? We have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm offering you something real. So yeah, they're going to make a real, tangible relationship with you. Aces are new beginnings, a brand new start. Please remain open to me. So this is the Queen of Cups, and we already had the King of Cups. So they see you as counterparts. They see you as soulmates. They want you to be open and receptive when they come forward. Wow, we have I want to marry you, the Four of Wands. Could be a twin flame relationship as well, because the Four of Wands is often seen as the twin flame card, the 1111 card. You may be seeing that number pattern a lot. But yeah, they're going to come forward. They see a future with you. They want to spend their life with you. Shall I invest in this or not? So this is what they were struggling with in the past, or this could be what you're thinking right now as well, because you may have had to walk away from this person if, you know, they were stuck in a lot of illusion or whatever was blocking them. Seven of Pentacles is often about them taking a step back and really seeing how they can invest, how they can work on the connection more as well. Yeah, I'm hearing the calling. This is the Judgment card. So yeah, they're having a major spiritual awakening. They're seeing more clearly. They're hearing the divine. They're listening to the divine and following that guidance. I'm not sure what decision to make, the Two of Swords. Okay, so yeah, that was definitely something which was a major block. They didn't know what decision to make, what action to take. Okay, so let's look at some more messages cards. We're going to start off by looking at the Our Eternal Love cards. Again, all of these message cards are my own creation. Then we'll look at the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards, followed by the messages from the Divine Masculine. Then we'll pull some messages out of the bag and look into the divination dice and the charms. So what are they really wanting you to know right now? What messages do they have for you? I don't deserve you. I regret many things from the past that I can't take back. Okay, so this may be why they're a bit hesitant and they're not sure whether to come forward at this time or not, because they feel like they've mistreated you, or just in general they don't feel good enough, and they have regrets. They may be worried that you won't remain open and receptive to them. We have never doubt my love for you. I have always loved you and I always will. So their feelings have always been true. They've always loved you. You know, this is a message from their higher self. What you feel, what you know them to feel is right. You know, don't doubt that intuition or that inner knowing that you have. I'm embarrassed about my actions. I wouldn't be able to look you in the eyes. So yeah, this is what is holding them back a little bit. They're embarrassed. They have regrets. They feel bad and feel guilty for how they've treated you in some way. There's been a lot of triggering in your connection because we have you and I are like a ball of wool. You're one end of the string and I the other, but we're a tangled mess. So this is like my twin flame analogy. It's like you're the same piece of wool, the same piece of string, but the divine masculine energy is like one end of the string and the divine feminine the other, and in the middle it's like a tangled mess kind of thing, and you have to detangle it, have to detangle the connection, the karma kind of thing. So yeah, there's been delays, obstacles, illusions in the past, but more clarity is coming into your connection very soon. What do they really want you to know? I'm so grateful for all that I have learned from you and our connection. Thank you. So they have a lot of gratitude towards you. They're in awe. They're amazed by how profound your connection is, the deep meaning it's brought to them, how they feel connected to the divine, the awakening that they continually have through this connection. I was wearing a mask to keep you in my life. I didn't realize it was keeping us apart. So yeah, this person, they've been at a distance because they weren't being their true self. They felt like they had to be something or someone that they're not in order to impress you, in order to make you love them kind of thing. But as long as they weren't being their true self, you couldn't get close to each other because there was an element of falseness, fakeness, and nothing real can manifest out of falseness. Yeah. I've always loved you, it's just misaligned. So this is about the law of attraction. We need to be in a place of self-love in order to be able to give and receive love in a healthy way. That's just one example. Or, there's been things where you've both needed to heal and awaken. So there's that divine timing involved before you can align with each other energetically and then physically. But the love has always been there. I didn't realise this one had turned over. I'm so sorry. I've been foolish and taken you for granted. I regret hurting you. So yeah, they may have been in a place of, what decision do I make? Or they had many options and they were unsure, or they had the possibility of just staying in a comfort zone because they kind of had you in their life in some kind of way, and they were clinging on to that comfort zone and not taking a full leap of faith and making a 100% commitment to your relationship. So yeah, they want you to know that they're sorry. They feel foolish, they have regrets, they feel embarrassed, they're sorry they took you for granted, they're sorry that they hurt you. We have, I can't put my life on hold like this anymore. So I feel as though they've had this realization that some kind of limiting or negative story that they had subconsciously created about themselves that they'd identified with so much, like not believing in their own worth, not feeling good enough, or whatever those stories were, whatever those thought patterns were that were really holding them back and were subconsciously self-destructive. They've healed that. They realize that they have to do that healing work because they can't put their life on hold anymore. They're realizing that they've limited themselves massively through their own perception, like a negative kind of perception. I can't handle such a deeply spiritual connection at this time. So again, it's like you both trigger each other into major awakening, but there is this divine timing within your connection. So it's like you cannot both force yourselves to be ready before you are. So yeah, this person, I do feel like they will come forward, or there's a major shift here in the positive direction, but it may not be time for you to fully be together still. It's still like a work in progress, but there's a massive monumental shift in some kind of way. So let's look at the I love you to the moon and back messages. Oh my God, we have, again, I regret my actions. I wish I could turn back time. They may have felt like they made the wrong decision, or didn't make a decision or take that action soon enough, and then they took you for granted. They stayed in their comfort zone and felt like you would always kind of just be there for them. Yeah, but they were wearing that mask. My attempts to impress you and keep you with me got out of hand. I dug myself into a hole I couldn't get myself out of. So yeah, again, they weren't being fully upfront or authentic. They were trying to impress you by wearing a mask. And then it's kind of like they were being deceptive in that way, and then they just sort of dug themselves a big hole, and you know, they got caught up in a web of deception, wearing that mask, and then they felt like they couldn't suddenly just get out of that and be their true selves, because they were worried that you'd be angry when you realized they were wearing that mask, or they felt like you'd fallen in love with their mask, and if they took that off, then you wouldn't really be in love with them anymore. But it's all like an illusion, because you've always been in love with their true self. I know I know our love will never die. They feel that you have an infinite connection. So they definitely see you as soulmates or twin flames, whether they know that label or not. Yeah, I keep my distance so you stay holding on to me. So again, it's about that mask. They felt like they could only keep wearing that mask. They felt like the mask was impressing you and keeping you holding on. But in order to keep being able to wear that mask, they had to keep you at a distance so you wouldn't see through it, even though you did, like, straight away. And also, it may have been a runner-chaser dynamic, and they felt like the more they kind of ran away, the more you chased them, and they felt like, you know, that was giving them reassurance that you were always there for them. The relationship happened so easily with the other woman. It wasn't so complicated, okay? So there was those cards about needing to make a decision. The devil in reverse could be a karmic relationship. So the karma like drew this person in. I'm not saying it's all bad, you know, but they needed to experience that. They may have got disheartened. They may have felt like they couldn't put their life on hold at some point in your connection, and because they were worried that you would never get together, that if there was a lot of delays and obstacles and complications. So, you know, they may have felt like they should try being in another relationship, and, you know, they may have regret hurting you when you found out they were in another relationship, or if they simply feel like they made the wrong decision or something like that. But I feel like this had to happen. I feel like this, you know, if that is the scenario that happened between you both and it created a lot of heartbreak within you, you know, we awaken through adversity. We don't awaken in our comfort zone. There may have been a breakdown, a tower moment, which released you both from this comfort zone. You know, you may have had an unhealthy dynamic or a situationship where it wasn't fully healthy, but you were kind of holding on to each other in certain ways, and it was kind of like a comfort zone, wasn't progressing in that state. And so a tower moment happened, a lot of pain happened, but subsequently it's led to a lot of awakening, which was needed. So these are the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. I'm building my foundation. So this is all about their self-esteem. This is all about them being solid, secure within themselves, so they don't constantly fall apart at the slightest little thing. Becoming emotionally secure. Oops. I've been a fool. Okay, so there's loads of messages about them feeling foolish, embarrassed, having regrets, being sorry for past actions. I'm taking a chance. So yeah, they are going to take a chance with you. They will reach out at some time, because we have let's flirt as well. So they may come forward and try and test the waters by being a bit flirty and seeing what your reaction is going to be. I'm showing you something important. So this is suggesting that you are mirrors. They are, but also they're going to come forward, they're going to communicate, they're going to express their important feelings to you. So let's pull some messages out of the bag next. They're scared of losing you. So that may be motivating them to take that action. Expectations. So I feel like they have expectations that you are meant to be together, but also they may have felt like you had expectations that they couldn't live up to, but then they didn't want you to feel like they couldn't live up to your expectations, so then they may have put on that mask to try and become someone that could, through that deception, live up to those expectations. They're going to reach out to you. That's over the I'm taking a chance card. Yeah, impossible. They may have felt like I said earlier, it was impossible. There were so many complications between you. So they tried their hand at like being in another relationship. Yeah, safer in the status quo. So yeah, there was an unhealthy dynamic or a situationship where it felt safer for them to stay in that comfort zone, stay in that dynamic. But if you've walked away, they're now feeling that they have to step out of their comfort zone, they have to take a chance, they have to reach out, they have to take action if they want things to progress further between you both. So let's look at the divination dice next. Yeah. The bow and arrow. This is like Cupid's arrow. It's like a messenger, them aiming their heart at you. But it's like this bow and arrows are on the ground right now. So it's not quite the right time, but they're planning on that. They're planning on reaching out. Little Red Riding Hood. So I feel like this person's been very hurt in the past. They're afraid that they're going to reach out to you, they're going to get close to you, and you're going to turn out to be the wolf in grandma's clothing. So that, yeah, they may have had trust issues. They fear that you're not what you're saying you are, or they're just, afraid they're going to get hurt, basically. But wow, we have reach out, and then we have like Hermes, the messenger. So they're definitely going to message you in some kind of way. Oops. We have the Sun again. This is the divine masculine energy, taking action, self-esteem, seeing the light. They may reach out in the summer or the spring. And we have this market stall here. They're going to invest in your connection. So, let's see what charms are going to come out for you today. So we have, this is a positive sign. So yeah, there's a major shift, positive movement forward. You may be receiving signs, synchronicities. Some of them may reach out around Christmas time. This could be something to do with England or Britain, Christmas pudding. Yeah, significant positive changes are happening this holiday season. The crown. So yeah, a major awakening of the crown chakra. This is like self-mastery as well. And the violin or the bass could be specifically related to music, maybe communicating to you through music. But this reminds me of like being serenaded or romance and harmony, returning to your connection. If you really want to know in depth how this person truly feels about you, please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. They're $11.11, and that's US dollars. They're not personal readings, but basically I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. So when you book a reading, I basically email you the very in-depth description of the card that I choose for you, which is about 1,000 words in length in general. And I have really amazing reviews of those readings, and you can check those out by clicking on the link below this video. Again, they're called the Dear Beloved message readings. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me to continue to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 3. You've chosen the Christmas tree. So what is this person dying to tell you at this time? We're going to find out by looking into the tarot. We've got lots of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag and looking into the divination dice and the charms. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. Wow, so these are really amazing cards. We have the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So there's definitely going to be communication. This person is definitely coming forward with an offer here, because we have the hand offering the cup, the boy offering the cup with the flowers to the girl, the messenger, you know, the Knight of Wands coming in with a lot of passion, goals, aspirations, and the Page of Cups offering the cup, and it may come as a surprise to you. Four of Wands, they want this stable, harmonious relationship. This is also the card of your connection going through a significant like gateway, opening a new door together, and this celebration is like your soul family cheering you on. You may be seeing 1111. Could be your twin flame. Very significant connection. And it's like there's peace within this person's heart. Their love is overflowing with love for you. So they're coming forward to create this brand new beginning in love with you. And this is the Soulmate card, the Six of Cups. This is someone from your past is returning to your life, you know. Could be that you've had lots of past lives together, and there's a reconciliation, there's a reunion that's happening very soon. And yeah, they're feeling very passionate. I feel like you will spend a lot of passionate times together very soon. But there's still like this innocent quality to this person. This could be someone who is young, or someone, I always see this as someone who is kind of shy, but they're going to express their truth. He's wearing a lot of blue, which is the throat chakra, communication, and the fish popping out means it's going to come as a surprise to you. They may come forward with flowers. He's wearing flowers here, offering flowers in this card. And yeah, I feel like you're going to have a very harmonious time together very shortly, which is going to last quite a long time. You may end up marrying this person in the future. You may be getting engaged this month or very soon with this person. You may be spending the holidays together because there's all like a celebration here. It could be family, or you may be hearing from them over the holidays, and this is like that reunion, someone from your past coming back into your life, an old flame, Knight of Wands, fiery energy. Okay, so let's pull some clarifying cards. All of the message cards in today's reading are my own creation. You have the Emperor. I will look after you. So yeah, this person is feeling very stable within themselves. This is the divine masculine energy, someone coming forward. Spirit is saying in some cases this could be someone new that you're gonna, who's, you know, your future husband. So, you know, that's just something to maybe be aware of. But in many cases, this is about this person that you already know. I will look after you. So yeah, this person is going to be there for you. They're going to be dependable and taking action. I love you with all of my heart and soul. So this is the King of Cups. Again, this person is going to be emotionally stable within themselves to be able to express their feelings, wear their heart on their sleeve, communicate their heartfelt emotions to you. So that's amazing. King of Cups here as well. So what's this Ace of Cups about, please? Wow, so we have the King of Cups, and this is the Queen of Cups. They see you as a counterpart. It's going to be a lot of harmony between you both. Please remain open to me. So there may be a separation going on right now, but they're hoping that you're going to remain open and receptive when they come forward, when they take that action. What's the Six of Cups about, please? So many Cups cards. The World card. With us there is no end. So yeah, the conclusion between you both may be that you are destined to be married, but this is also, you have this divine connection, spent many past lives together, could be twin flames. I will stay in control of this situation. So there may have been power struggles between you both. Could have been a runner-chaser dynamic. Someone may have been trying to take control by micromanaging the connection and making things happen, and the other person may have been trying to take control in terms of shutting down, closing off, and doing things in their time and on their terms kind of thing. That may have led to that separation between you. I want you to be so proud of me, the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, this person is going to be their best version of themselves for you. They want to be cooperative with you, the Three of Pentacles. So this person has worked on their self-esteem, or they've achieved something in their life that has really helped them with their self-esteem. They're feeling more accomplished in some kind of way, and now they feel like they can come forward and like be that good provider and look after you. I'm so inspired by you, the Queen of Wands. So yeah, they see you as a strong, powerful lady or man, and they're really inspired, and yeah, you've really helped them to become that better version of themselves. So what is this Knight of Wands about, please? We have, please don't leave me out in the cold. So yeah, someone walked away, most likely you, and now they want to come back. They want you to come back. They want you to remain open, receptive. They're totally heartbroken without you, or the thought of not being with you. Heartbreak may have occurred in the past between you both, but now they want a reconciliation. What's this Page of Cups about, please? Okay, so we have the Fool. I'm going for it. In the past we had, it's too difficult for me to come forward, the Eight of Swords. So yeah, I feel like that was the past. That's what led to a separation. Don't know why I'm putting that there. They felt very weighed down by something. Something was blocking them. How do we make positive changes? This is the Wheel of Fortune. So there was some kind of karmic cycle where you're both going in circles and things weren't really changing, weren't really shifting in positive ways. This person was stuck in the shadows. The Hermit card, kind of isolating themselves, maybe pushing you away. But now we have, I'm going for it. There's a brand new start here and taking a leap of faith. So let's look at some more message cards. Again, all of the message cards in today's reading are my own creation. We have the Our Eternal Love cards. Then we'll look at the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards, followed by the messages from the Divine Masculine. Then we'll pull some messages out of the bag and look at the divination dice and the charm. So what are they dying to tell you at this time? Yeah, I'm so afraid of rejection that I haven't taken a risk to be with you. So that was kind of the main issue in the past. But that's all changing now. There's all these cards about movement forward, expressing themselves, reaching out. I've always struggled to feel good enough for you. So yeah, they needed some time to work on their self-esteem, basically. And this whole time they couldn't get you out of their head. They're always thinking about you, obsessing, maybe even at times. They've never forgotten about you. You've always been on their mind. We both have so much to learn and experience on other paths. We will always be connected though. So yeah, during this time of separation, you've always been connected. You may have a 5D telepathic connection, like you're just in this place of oneness on these other dimensions. But you both needed to learn and experience and heal certain things before it was the right time for that reconciliation. What do they want you to know? Yeah, we both have so much to learn and heal before we can align. And I know we've shared many past lives together. So yeah, this more awakening was needed. I'm too asleep to resonate with a love so profound. So yeah, when you first met, they couldn't see clearly. They needed that awakening, and they were a mess. I am a mess. I don't even know how to love myself or have a healthy relationship. So don't take this separation personally, or if they were distant, or if they were pushing you away at times. And they felt unworthy. They felt like they were a mess. They had a lot of things to heal, and most likely you did as well. But they didn't know how to love themselves, let alone have a healthy relationship with anyone else at that time. But so much has shifted within this person now. You make me feel absolutely incredible. They feel so amazing when they're with you. I feel like you help them to love the parts of themselves that they struggled to even accept about themselves. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. Okay, so because they weren't awakened enough, they didn't realize how important your connection was initially, and therefore they may have mistreated you or taken you for granted, or just not taken you or the connection seriously in the past. Why does everything have to be so complicated? if there was a lot of complications between you, they may have taken that as a sign that it wasn't meant to be, like in the past, and that may have helped them or caused them to walk away at some point in the past. So let's see what the I love you to the moon and back cards have to say. What do they really need you to know right now? Okay, so there's been a lot of triggering between you both. We met in order to hurt each other into awakening. I'm sorry it's such a harsh form of love. I wanted romantic bliss too. So yeah, this person wanted a romantic, harmonious, beautiful, completely fulfilling relationship with you. You know, they wanted it all with you. They see you as the love of a lifetime. But there needed to be an awakening on both sides, because this is a profound soul connection. So you agreed to meet for that soul healing and awakening to your true soul selves again. And so there's a soul contract here for you to trigger each other, because we don't awaken in our comfort zone and when everything's like really amazing and happy and harmonious. You know, we kind of get caught up in that comfort zone. We awaken when it's a lot of adversity, and difficulties, and often heartbreak as well. And so you agreed to have all this triggering, but it has led to major awakening and healing on a deep soul level. Do you love me, or are you just seeking my approval because of some childhood wound? So at some point, at least, this person felt as though you may not really be in love with them, but they may have felt like you have experienced some childhood wound, and you chasing them was your way of subconsciously trying to seek that validation or approval or love that you didn't receive in childhood or something like that. I'm sorry, but I'm simply not as perfect as you're hoping. So they may feel as though that you've projected fantasies, idealizations onto them, or that you were in love with their potential, or you were chasing after that love outside of self that you didn't receive in childhood, rather than like loving them specifically for who they really are in the present moment. So yeah, they had some trust issues about whether you truly love them or not. When you were so sure of me, I thought to myself, what have I done to earn this love? I'd done very little. So again, they felt like they couldn't fully like trust your feelings for them. So they felt like they hadn't actually done anything to like earn you loving them. Whereas for you, I feel like it was like an instant recognition of their soul, and you love their soul, but you may have had expectations of them, and you may have had like childhood wounds, that you were subconsciously trying to heal through this person, and maybe the tower moment, the heartbreak that occurred between you and caused the separation was that major triggering, but it led to massive awakening. My attempts to impress you and keep you with me got out of hand, and I dug myself into a hole that I couldn't get myself out of again. So this person basically put on a mask because they didn't feel like their true self was good enough, or they felt like you had these expectations of them, so that maybe they felt like they couldn't live up to that, but they tried to live up to that by wearing a mask in some kind of way to try and keep you there. They were worried if they were their true selves that they wouldn't satisfy your needs. I know our love will never die. They know that your connection is infinite. You have this infinite bond. Again, you could be twin flames, whether they know that label or not. Yeah, I kept my distance, so I keep my distance so you stay holding on to me. So again, that's just what I was saying. They felt like keeping that distance was somehow fulfilling a need within you. Maybe deep down you felt this need to chase. You know, maybe there's something in your soul contract about chasing, and chasing was needed in some kind of way. And so on a subconscious level, they were running away in order to fulfill that need, like you needed to go through that, if that makes sense. So the messages from the Divine Masculine, what do they really, really want you to know right now? What messages does this person have for you? I feel insecure. Yeah. So they want you to know that they've always loved you. It's just their own insecurity, as well as, you know, there being a soul contract that certain things are supposed to happen along the way before that reunion. I want to share my feelings with you. So yeah, you will be hearing from them. There was all those tarot cards about them reaching out, expressing their emotions. Do I have what it takes? So you will be hearing from them, but they do still have some insecurities. They may be feeling like, oh, do I have what it takes to make this work? At the bottom of the deck, I'm noticing I'm scared of losing you. I'm struggling to open up to you. So yeah, I feel like this was their major block in the past. They were finding it difficult to open up. They were worried they didn't have what it took to really fulfill you, because they felt insecure, and that's why they put that mask on. This is the real me. They're taking off the mask. They're going to be expressing their true self. Let's pull some messages out of the bag next. Chasing drama. Okay, so this is a message from Spirit, and I am hearing that there was meant to be this runner-chaser dynamic, because that would lead to triggering, heartbreak, pain, but ultimately that would be the adversity that would lead you to awakening. That was needed. So why were they running away? Because you needed to experience chasing and then feeling rejected and all the awakening that has come from that. So they may not have even really known why they were running away. It's just a compulsion, but that's because there was a soul contract for them to do that so that you would wake up. Wake up and learn these lessons in self-love. Knowing your worth isn't dependent on anyone else outside of yourself. Learning to find that love, create that love, reconnect with that love within, reconnect with your soul truth. Let go of any negative stories you've been telling yourself about your worth being dependent upon this person. Creating healthy boundaries, all things like that have occurred because this person was running away, and that was what your soul agreed upon. Again, they're scared of losing you. Fear of intimacy. So yeah, you may have experienced wounds within your childhood where people or family parents were emotionally unavailable, and you felt like there was a lot of distance between you perhaps and your parents, and then you subconsciously you re-experience that in this connection with this person. But Spirit is saying many of you, the viewer, also had that fear of getting close, not feeling good enough deep down, hence why you were chasing. So I hope this is like helping. We belong together. So yeah, they see you as the one for them. So let's look at the divination dice next. I immediately saw this as a gift. They may come forward with a gift. They may give you jewelry during the holidays. Crown. So this is like the crown chakra. This is awakening, basically, which had to occur and is occurring more and more within this connection. So this is the lyra, the harp. It reminds me of like heaven. You know, they show the angels playing the harps. Harmony, peace, heaven on earth. Healing. The divine is watching over your connection. So be reassured by that. But we have the music note. So they may be communicating to you through music. They may be a musician. Harmony is coming into your connection. Hearing the calling from the divine. It's reminding me of the Judgment card where the angels playing the trumpet, I think it is, and hearing that calling, that awakening. Here's the crown. This is wisdom. Yeah. So let's see what charms are going to come out for you today. So very interesting, we have the microphone. So again, this could be to do with music, singing, someone's in a band. This is again, they're communicating their truth to you. We have the Cinderella pumpkin carriage. So, the story of Cinderella, the fairy godmother changes her into the appearance of being a princess, and it's like she feels she has to look like that in order to be good enough, and then the prince sort of falls in love with the illusion, the mask, the pretense, but then he's still in love with the real her, even when he realizes that she's like a pauper kind of thing. So that I feel is very relevant in terms of this person putting on a mask and then running away. You know, Cinderella runs away as soon as the mask slips, as soon as the spell is broken, and then Prince Charming is like trying to find her and chase her, and this is a positive sign. Your connection is really moving in a positive direction. Maybe a physical distance between you. You may be seeing each other over the holidays, travel. Witch's brew. Could be someone who's a coffee addict, but it's also the Magician card. Manifestation. You make a good blend together. The Crown. So the crowns come out twice. Crown chakra, King and Queen, counterparts. I think it was in this reading. It was the King and Queen of Cups. Yeah, that came out. The Rake. So this reminds me of planting the seeds. Positive seeds are being planted, growth, harvest, and again, pieces coming into the connection. So if you really want to know how this person feels about you and what's going on in your connection, please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. They're $11.11. That's US dollars. They're not personal readings, but basically I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. So when you book a reading, I pick a card for you and I basically email you the very in-depth description of the card, which is about 1,000 words in length. And I have really amazing reviews for those readings. You can check them out by clicking on the link below this video. Again, they're called the Dear Beloved message readings. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me to keep growing my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.